Hey, welcome back guys. Alex here, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I earned $60,000 plus working part-time on my terms as a rental agent. Alright, so this is the second video I've done on this channel. If you don't know what this is about, be sure to watch the first one, which goes over what I do, my experience, and how to help you as a rental agent, whether you're a new agent or whether you're struggling. Rental is a great place to get started as far as having financial independence. Let's get right into this, all right? So I'm going to go over my basic process, kind of 1,000-foot view, and yeah, I might add to this. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing you'll need are listings, all right? More specifically, you'll need a rental listing. So this will come from your broker or your company, all right? So you want to make sure you get in good with a broker that has a lot of rental listings already, so that you don't have to go out and reach out to landlords to get your own business when you're first starting out, right? You want to have listings already set up. Ideally, you want to have photos already set up so you can just get right into the ads. All right, so first step is to get involved with a good rental brokerage. I'll probably do another video on that. The next part is, and just to kind of back up a little bit, you can and you should be reaching out to landlords as well to get your own business, your own exclusive business, so that you have your own personal inventory as well. All right, just a side note. The next thing you'll need in order to advertise, I guess there's different phases to this. I'll probably break this down into phases in another video, but you'll need photos, and I recommend viewing properties when you're first starting out. All right, the reason why you want to view properties is because you have to know the inventory that's out there. Right? Every good agent, whether you're in sales or rentals, you have to know what's out there. You have to know what stuff goes for. You have to know what stuff looks like. You have to know the product that you're selling at the end of the day. You know, and then what you do is you match those with people that are looking for that product, right? So you qualify leads, and then you match them with your product that you have. Apartments are our product. Condominiums, apartments. So I recommend viewing properties and taking photos. All right, and you can use. I have an iPhone 11s, the bigger version. I'm bad with technology, sorry, but I use that phone to take pictures. It takes great pictures. It has a wide lens, so it's a great phone to use. I recommend, instead of buying a digital camera for $1,000, $2,000. This iPhone right here, I got it right here. This iPhone does everything you'll need. You see how it has the 3 cameras? I recommend getting that one just for photos when you're going out and viewing properties. All right. So now that you have listings, you've viewed property, you've taken photos, and this is habitual, guys. You want to do this on a daily basis, all right? 30, 45 minutes just viewing properties, taking photos. Next thing is ads, all right? So you want to place ads, and there's 3 main sites you want to place them on. I'll probably do that for another video. Let's just give it to you now. Apartments.com, Zillow, and Craigslist are really the main 3 that I use that generates plenty of leads for me to work with, all right? So place ads on these sites. There's also rent links. There's more sites, but these are the main ones. Now that you have that done, what you're going to start getting are leads. Leads are going to start coming in. They're either going to come in via text, email, or they're going to call you. I recommend you don't use your cell phone number, because trust me, get Google Voice. Use use a different line for your advertising, because people are going to call you, people are going to text you. And you don't want to mix business with personal. It just starts getting confusing, in my opinion, for me. So what I do is I use a Google Voice number, which goes straight to email when they call. Okay, so I don't answer any incoming calls. Hence, this is how I'm able to do it part-time. If I were to answer calls all day, it wouldn't be part-time for me. So all the calls go to voicemail. And when it goes to voicemail, I use a virtual assistant, by the way, that does 80% of this for me. They're trained to send them a text message to respond to my email. Okay, so I'm either going to get a call, or if I get a text message, it's going to be a default message that tells them to respond about the ad to my email. And then most of the times they're going to get emails, which is what I want. I want them to get to emails because my virtual assistant does a lot of the emails for me. Okay, for another video. But here are leads are going to start coming in, and then now it's time to start booking appointments. Really, I should say booking qualified appointments or showings. Let's call it showings instead, because that's what they are. So I should say, yeah, booking qualified. So you want to qualify them and eventually lead to an appointment. Okay, So this can be done. I do it with emails. My virtual assistant pretty much does this, not the entire portion for me. I still like to qualify myself a bit so that I know that I'm going on appointments with people who are qualified and who will be accepted at the end of the day, most likely. So make sure you get good at booking qualified showings. I'll do this again. These are all individual steps within the entire process that I'll probably go deeper and zoom into in different videos. All right, I'm kind of just giving you a 1,000-foot view here within 15 minutes. All right, so now that we're booking appointments, now you're going to go on showings. There's really no magic to showings, guys. Just be honest, be a good person, show up. The apartments, the condos, they really sell themselves. All right, people, they don't really care about you at the end of the day. Yeah, it's cool to make a new friend, and you wanna make a friend, and you wanna be kind and polite and respectful and have answers and be confident and know what you're talking about. But the apartments pretty much sell themselves. All right, so they're gonna walk in, they're either gonna like it or they're not. And questions you can ask is, what were your thoughts on the apartment? What were your thoughts on this one? What were your thoughts on that one? How would you rank them in order? What have you seen so far? How does this rank to that one? And eventually just let them lead to their own conclusion. There's really no magic to this. In our business and in this industry, they pretty much sell themselves. All right, so there's no magic tricks. Just show up. Show up. Okay. And what's going to happen is people are going to start wanting to put in applications and deposits. All right, so I don't take any applications without a deposit. That's when I know they're serious, and that's when I start reviewing it and sending an offer to the landlord. So application and deposits is the next stage, which I can get into in another video, of course, but there's steps within that to make it go smooth and efficient. What else can I talk to you about that stage? So yeah, once I get the applications back, I use an offer letter, I use certain forms, and then I send it to the landlord, and I can get into more detail in another video, but that's what happens next. And then after that, within a day or two, they're either going to be approved or denied. And if you do a good job with booking qualified showings, then most likely going to be approved. I'd have to say that 90% of the people that give me application deposits are approved because I'm really good at this step. All right. So now that they're approved, then we go. I should say applications plus approval. All right, and then now the next step is to get a lease signed. All right, and I have my virtual assistant draft leases for me, or sometimes the landlord's going to want to draft their own lease. They'll add an addendum, lead law, and send that back to you. You send it to the client. We use .loop for this, by the way. Super convenient for electronic signature. All right, so there's no more the days of meeting in person and getting a lease signed. Once in a great while, I might have someone that wants to meet me in person to sign the lease. Very rarely, because most people are busy. They want to just review it. They want to be able to sign it digitally and be on their way, right? So this is how we're able to do it efficiently. Again, if I had to meet people in person, this would not be part-time. If I had to draft these all the time, if I had to do all this paperwork and stuff, this would not be part-time, all right? So thank goodness I have a VA, which I'm going to go heavily into in future videos, because this is really the key here to doing this part-time and earning a full-time income. And having freedom at the end of the day, right? So you can do what you want. You can build not a different business. You can pursue other passions. You could do whatever you want, all right? The next stage after this, once you get a lease signed, this is pretty much when you have a done deal, but there's still more steps. You still need to collect the remaining monies owed and the paperwork. So additional paperwork could be co-signer forms, which need to be notarized. They send it back to us. Remaining monies owed could be the security deposit, last month's rent, broker fee. You have to collect the stuff, and you have to create a payment schedule. Well, not always, but you want to make sure all that stuff gets in. You want to reach out, follow up so that this stuff gets taken care of, or you can have your VA do it. The last step is move in. So eventually it's time for them to move in, and I used to always meet with them in person, hand them keys and such. Takes time. Again, I wouldn't be part-time if I had to do that all the time. So now what I do is a lot of times I'll have the landlord maybe place a lockbox so that the tenants can basically move themselves in. Sometimes I'll show up if I have to. Luckily, I live close to where I do business, so that's a huge key here. You want to live nearby, right? You want to make your commute short and easy. So if you ever have to go to a property for something like helping a tenant move in or whatever the case may be, if they want to take measurements prior to moving in, then you want to be close to that location. I'm about 10 minutes from East Boston. I'm in Winthrop. Winthrop is the next town right over. It's super convenient, right by the beach, right by the water, quiet area. And I'm like a 10-minute drive into any spot in East Boston. So it's super convenient, and it's part of the reason why I'm able to do this part-time. All right. So that's really the process. 1,000, maybe 10,000 foot view. And the whole key here is to have a virtual assistant do this for you. All right. So part of the videos I'm going to share with you is going to be how to hire, how to train, how to manage, how to fire, how to train virtual. You only just need one virtual assistant to do 80% of this for you. They're going to be the ones to post the ads. They're going to be the ones to respond to leads. They're going to be the ones to help you book qualified showings. They're going to be the ones to put the application paperwork together. They're going to be the ones to draft the lease. They're going to be the ones to help you collect the remaining monies owed, and that's pretty much it, right? The main things you have to do, I recommend doing this because that's going to make you the expert in your area, the go-to person. There's no one better than me in East Boston that does this, just because I see properties, I look at properties every day. It takes 5 to 10 minutes whenever a new property for me comes up. I then add it to a certain listing group, and my assistant, my VA, posts the ads for me on all these sites. Then leads start coming in, and then she'll save the leads and respond to the leads, and eventually booking qualified showings is much easier for me because I'm only talking to people who are motivated and semi-qualified, so that all I have to do is just book it, and then I show up for the showing. That's something I have to do. For now, I might have other people do that for me, who knows. Applications and deposit, I like to be a little more involved in this just because I like to put everything together and make sure that it looks good and kind of review it. So I still do some of that. Lease signings, I have it drafted for me. VA, then sometimes I'll help with the move-in. All right, so this is the general process. I'm sorry if I went through this relatively quick. I'm going to go into more detail about this in future videos. Just know that it's simple. Eventually, you'll get the hang of it, and what you want to do is get good at hiring and managing a virtual assistant or assistants to do most of the work for you. It's really going to free up your time. It's going to allow you to earn $60K part-time on your terms. Oops, my bad. Or if you want, I mean, you can earn 120K doing this, all right? It's people in my office earn 120K with no virtual assistant, right? If they have a virtual assistant, they can even earn more. It's really how much do you want to work, how hard do you want to hustle. If you see this as your long-term career as an agent, you want to move into other areas within it, then you can spend as much time or as little as you want. Me personally, as I shared in other videos, I utilize this more as a financial independence game where yeah, I have to work, but really not that many hours to earn a full-time income, which for me, for me to be financially independent, live, a decent lifestyle while I'm pursuing other businesses and other passions. For me, I'd rather do this part-time at 60K than full-time and go full steam and have a lot of showings and hustle my way. You know, you can hustle your way to over 100K, but I would rather I'd rather have my time back and pursue other businesses for 60K. That's just my thoughts. Okay, so everyone's different, but yeah, hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I could be emailed at I created an email, independentreagent@gmail.com. All right, so send me any questions there. If you have any other topics, happy to help in any way that I can. Thanks for watching, guys, per usual. Have a great day.